With a tiny facial scar she wanted to get rid of, but she couldn't afford a plastic surgeon. So she literally took matters into her own hands, or in this case, a needle and silicone. And she decided while she was at it, she might as well plump up her lips too. Not a good idea.
Mary is your typical working mom, but at her request, she asked us to change her name and voice. Unfortunately, her wig and sunglasses can't hide her tragic mistake.
One word that sums it up is a nightmare. I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
You can still see the horrifying effects of Mary's botched plastic surgery, but in this case, there's no doctor to blame, just Mary herself.
Insane. I can't believe that I did what I did.
In search of plumper lips and smoother skin at a fraction of the cost, she injected her lips and face with silicone she bought on the internet.
And these were the syringes I bought.
At first, Mary thought she hit the beauty jackpot.
I actually felt pretty proud of myself. I thought, this was a cheap way to go. It looks good. This one particular website had it for $10 for a bottle.
But within 24 hours, those desired results took a turn for the worse.
By the following day, it was just completely inflamed, my whole face. It just looked like horrible blisters.
The silicone procedure was nothing new to Mary. For nearly $1,000, a plastic surgeon had injected it in her face once before to help fade a scar. But what he used was medical-grade silicone. What she purchased was actually personal lubricant.
With all due respect, what were you thinking?
At the time, I really thought that it would be okay. I thought that most of it would just, come out of the face and the lips, and that very little of it would actually stay in there.
Did you think because you saw the doctor do it that it would be okay?
I actually did. This Restylane, Botox, that's hundreds of dollars every time you have it done. How many people can afford that?
But instead of saving thousands, she ended up with massive bills when she had to turn to California plastic surgeon Stephen Williams to help remove the infected silicone.
The body looks at this as almost like an invasion and tries to wall off the material, tries to break down the material, and that's accompanied by inflammation and scar tissue.
Williams says the current economy is driving people to inexpensive but dangerous do-it-yourself procedures. One of the most shocking is this Korean plastic surgery addict who was once a beautiful singer and model. She injected herself with cooking oil. The results were disastrous. Doctors removed a half pound of oil from her face and neck.
Once someone kind of goes down that path, they're never really going to be back to normal.
In a study published by the UK's Royal College of Psychiatrists, doctors cite other extreme cases associated with body dysmorphic disorder. Unable to afford the treatments, one patient used sandpaper as a form of dermabrasion to remove scars and lighten his skin.
We've had several patients try to remove implants themselves. They don't know the correct techniques. They can have problems ranging from infection, injecting into the wrong area, damaging vascular structures, damaging neurologic structures.
Williams says affordable at-home kits on the internet are also taking off. Everything from seemingly silly nose-thinning devices to professional-grade acid peels. And do-it-yourselfers beware. Mary says the mere $10 she paid for the price of beauty ended up costing her everything.
We live in a society obsessed with looks and beauty. How do you feel when you look in the mirror?
I should have been just happy with the way I looked. I have to leave it in God's hands and realize that there are more important things in life than how we all look.
Mary still has several more surgeries ahead of her, but her surgeon says she will most likely never be 100% again. The damage is done. She's now just hoping what she did serves as a message to others to be very, very careful.
We're tempted to think it's just crazy to do that. Nobody would ever do that. But she's working. She's a mom. This is a smart woman.
This is an educated woman, Diane, who knew what she was talking about, but she just thought she could do it herself because she had seen the doctor, and then the results obviously were disastrous the day after.
Well, go online if you know of other stories like that or anything you want to shout out about at our abcnews.com board.